Houstonians are more worried about their income and education than they are about storms like Hurricane Harvey. Those are just a couple of the big takeaways from the Kinder Institute's latest Houston area survey. Here's Adam Bennett.
Since 1982, the survey has been a kind of snapshot of Houston every year. And this year, its author says it shows a city very different from just a decade ago and one that's coming to grips with the 21st century. Dr. Stephen Kleinberg's team sampled more than 1,000 random people across Harris County. His 2019 survey shows more of them embracing diversity. But the biggest difference from last year, higher support for funding Houston public schools and more awareness on the importance of a college degree. It's a belief Dr. Kleinberg says was especially evident among African Americans and Latinos.
So I tell people, if African Americans and Latinos are not getting the education they need to succeed in today's economy, it is demonstrably not because they don't value that education or understand its importance. It's because of what concentrated poverty does to your ability to succeed.
And a new question also revealed that nearly 40% of people surveyed could not come up with $400 if they had to in an emergency. But this time around, the number of people who named storms or flooding like Hurricane Harvey as their top concern dropped by more than half compared to last year. The number one concern, though, for the fifth straight year was traffic. Reporting near the Galleria, Adam Bennett, KSU 11 News.